Did you really feel a sense of fulfillment and relief after changing your career path? Yes. A part of me was reborn again.
And getting paid to do what you love is a luxury that not a lot of us can do.
Hey guys, Allison here. Before we start this video, I just wanted to tell you about our newest partner, Studio Persona. Studio Persona is a self-shoot studio located at Maginhawa Street, Quezon City. What I love about this studio is that you can completely be yourself together with your loved ones and just capture your moments together. They provide a space that's completely yours to create. All you have to do is book a slot through their website, choose a package, and start having fun. There are multiple backdrops to choose from, props to play with, and more to build a space that fits your personality for the photos. Don't forget to use our special code reccreatestudios while booking through their website for a 10% discount. Check them out now and have your own photo shoot session. Now let's get back to the video.
Hi, I'm Nico Rocha.
Hi, my name is Bea.
Hi, my name's Patra Moquillo and I'm a makeup artist. I was working in corporate for about 8 years now. And then last month, I decided to quit.
I started as a IT project manager 7 years ago, 2016, which means just basically doing coding. Now, in current work ko now, I'm now a sports broadcaster. Basically, pag sports broadcaster, you're the anchor play-by-play for the games. So, for example, in a UAAP game, ako yung nagsasabi na for event for 3, ganon, mga ganon.
Theater really is my passion. I would say it's something that I can do even with my eyes closed. Then eventually, I had to go abroad and work for a factory. After that, when I got back, I became a call center agent. For the same company, I became a trainer then in recruitment. So, maraming shift.
I studied business in college. So automatically, where do you go after that, right? It's either you go into corporate and then start your own business. I thought that it would be the most practical way to, of course, earn money and gain experience.
I've changed in terms of, I guess, my priority now. Like right now, I'm prioritizing at this point would be my financial stability.
Medyo leap of faith for me kasi hindi siya stable like having a day job. Ayun, I'm still grinding up to now. I know na this is the right path for me despite it being so unstable in terms of not knowing when the next paycheck would come. But I like how I have to work. If I don't work, I don't get anything.
Hi, I am Jaboy and I am 20 years old and I am a second year struggling, suffering nursing student. I am here because I'm thinking about pursuing med school in the future. However, may doubt sa akin, may doubt sa utak ko na baka hindi para sa akin ito. What were your thought process before, deciding na hindi ko na gustong ginagawa ko, or like when you po na feel na hindi na talaga ito ang path niyo?
I got burnt out. I thought that the friends I made at work would be enough to make up for just the daily grind of going to work.
I always weigh things if it's still gonna be good for my mental health, legitimately, because it can be really toxic.
Kasi parang na-promote ako sa work, pero I thought na, okay, promotion means more money makes you wanna stay, right? Pero hindi. For me, na-promote nga, but dumami rin trabaho.
I think yun yung pinaka naging deciding factor for me. Hindi na ako masaya sa ginagawa ko.
But when I talk to my friends in the same line of work, for them, they really feel fulfilled. They feel like this is the one for them. So di ako makarelate dun sa love nila for the things that we're doing. So the thought process was like, if my heart's not in it, hindi ko na gagawin.
So I weigh in things like if I continue doing this for the next year, will I gain more than I will lose?
But sa kanya kasi, he's a second year nursing, diba? So, completely different.
Prioritize first. Think of like a backup plan before shifting into a different career altogether.
Kasi pag sa medical field, dapat parang simula pa lang, alam mo na if your heart's in it. Pero pag ganyan, I think that's a sign for him, the passion to serve. Hindi siya completely all in. So he might have a different path na he has yet to discover or meron na siguro on the side that we don't know about.
What are the things which you had to sacrifice for the new path?
Is it worth it? Oh,
A lot. Like, my self-esteem was deeply damaged after I had given up acting altogether because I was really set to have that clear path after taking up theater. And I did a couple of films in between, but nothing that has evolved into something because it was kind of short-lived.
so I had to sacrifice the monthly salary, the benefits, lahat. Hindi mo iisipin sa mapupulutin yung pera.
But I had to give up what I knew I can can do and what I really was passionate about to really be financially independent.
It's worth it for me kasi I'm now able to hang out with different people. Yung wife ko, nakakasama ko siya after work. May energy ako to actually do things with her. I'm at peace internally. Yun yung the best way to describe it. I'm at peace. Nakakatulog na ako na maigi, nawawala na yung mga anxiety ko and everything compared to when I was working in my past job.
Also, if I took that route, how stereotypically artists would strive before they get to a certain comfortable position. So I have every 15-30 cut off. At least I'm set and safe on that area at least. So yeah.
How did you handle the pressure from your environment?
For sure, maingay, maraming bumubulong na kesyo. Sayang naman na nasimulan mo. How?
I think it was a lot of working through my fear of uncertainty and fear of being left behind by my peers.
Parang sayang naman yung inaaral mo, sayang naman yung nilagay ng parents mo na pera dun sa education mo. So, I'm sure ma-receive niyo yun at the start.
When I see people that I kind of were working with at that time and they see their career really go far because they kept at it, diba? And I couldn't. I became very recluse. Like, I isolated myself away from film people for a while, theater people for a while.
So you have to really just tell yourself na you're on your own journey.
You reassess with yourself that, are you really sure you're all in here? Would you do the necessary steps to get to the end goal? Hindi naman pwede sabihin kasi na lilipat ka lang ng career just because it's fun eh. Dapat may end goal, dapat may end goal ka eh.
It was really kind of detrimental to my self-esteem having to shun myself away from that, knowing that's kind of what I have been, dreaming of since I was a kid. Sometimes life would sort of redirect you to something else, but it doesn't mean that you're lost because of that. Like, you just have to find the path towards what's meant for you, I guess. So, yeah.
Kim Huevos, was it hard starting all over again?
Well, right now, since it's a very recent thing, I can't feel the difficulty yet. Kasi everyone has been so supportive of me. They've been referring me to like friends and other family members to get me for gigs.
Because when I got to like the call center industry, when I was an agent, I was told na parang, dead-end job yan. Like, yan ka na forever. In my mind, parang, like things. So I was like, no, I'm gonna prove these people wrong that there's like direction towards this. So that's why I became like a recruiter, then a trainer.
In the field that I chose, broadcasting, in sports broadcasting, ang una kong ginawa is like, who can teach me to get the skills that I wanted to acquire? So I searched through Facebook, ganyan, meron bang workshop and everything. Thankfully, nung time na yun, may workshop na mangyayari 2 weeks after I quit.
Right now, yun, okay pa siya. But I know it's gonna be difficult when I won't get as much gigs or the uncertainty of it all na you don't know what's gonna happen in the next few weeks.
It's really hard like starting over pero mahirap siya pero mahal ko kasi. Sabi ko sa sarili ko, how do I keep my face at least in the minds of people or at least ma-recognize ako by someone out there na relevant sa industry. It's hard but if it's worth it, hindi mo mararamdaman na yung pagod kasi it's fulfilling at the end of the day.
Were you able to find a job quickly after you changed your career path? Because in the Philippines, it's so hard to find a job.
Yes, actually, because I already knew call center was really accessible, to anybody, provided that you have the communication skills. Honestly, I was one of those people who kind of thought it was the last resort. Parang, okay, push comes to shove, ito na lang,
I set up myself to be in that situation. If you don't equip yourself with the right skills, with the right preparation, edi kahit ma-offeran ka ng trabaho in a very fickle, is that the right word? Fickle industry, papakawalan ka rin agad. To get the job call, you prepare, you do the necessary stuff in order to get that call. And then the hardest part is staying. There will always be people who are gonna be better than you. It's something that you have to realize from the start na hindi ikaw yung the best.
I had 2 rejections prior to actually getting to a center, like with 0 experience. So it was challenging.
Connections, like connecting with people is very underrated. Aside from skills, ano mo yung skills mo if you don't interact with people? You have to become an extrovert. I was an introvert IT guy, very typical one. It's great if you're already a extrovert or really amazing with interacting with different people, but for most, just like me, I started off as an introvert. It's a skill that you have to obtain or learn.
Did you really feel a sense of fulfillment and relief after changing your career path? Yes.
You know, like the whole shift between me as a recruiter and as a trainer, I was so lucky to have that opportunity because like as a recruiter, you get to see the first like application ni candidate and then like you endorse them to training. So I got to be a trainer also. So it's kind of like a really good continuity of seeing how the journey is.
It was a weight off my shoulder. I was really burnt out in my previous job, and now that I have my own time and I'm able to express myself more creatively.
I knew from there na this is what I want to do. I want to be in sports media in one way or another.
A part of me was reborn again. My repressed childhood, creative self is back in the pictures.
And getting paid to do what you love is a luxury that not a lot of us can do.
But also just how fulfilling it is seeing someone's life literally change in front of you. Like I've had candidates that I've talked to, they were really struggling financially. Then after I'd given them the job offer, you know, I get calls or texts like, Miss Bea, salamat, like you changed my life. That I think is what's super fulfilling with the track I'm in right now. Like it's having to be that person to change someone's life, intentional or unintentionally. So yeah.
If you'll be given a chance to choose again,
Will you change your decision or will you still choose your path today? Oh my God. Like if ever my boss sees this, joke lang, joke lang.
I think no regrets, like with what I did, because it brought me to now.
I will still choose my path today. Kasi yung at least naman yung 7 years na yun, nagkapera ako na-earn ko yung money ko to do the things I want right now. Kasi sa sports media, mahirap, wala masyadong money at the first year unless may projects ka agad. From working in corporate, from criticism, maano ka dun mahasa ka dun. You get to learn a lot of skills as well na nagamit ko ngayon. You get thick-skinned. If I started at 21 years old, tapos ma-criticize ako, I might feel like I might give up too early. Kasi ayun, I feel like at that age, I didn't have the skills yet to be where I am right now.
Because like I have a lot of what ifs now. And that's what's killing me. You know, like parang, what if I didn't leave? What if I didn't listen to my parents and left and went to Canada? What if I still tried to push it? I don't hate what I'm doing now, but if there's one thing that I regret is that I didn't fight for it as much as I would have wanted to.
I learned a lot naman from corporate. It doesn't mean naman I didn't learn anything. Hindi ko lang siya mahal. kasi
For those probably who are still within that like fork in the road, you know, like I totally advise to stick by it. You're eventually gonna feel it when you have to pull out at one point. You have to be practical na. But if the means is still there, the fire is still there, and it's just exterior factors trying to stop you from doing what you want, don't listen, like cancel out the noise, then you don't have to live life having what ifs.
I don't think it's ever too late to do anything. There will be a lot of new emotions coming in and new experiences then. So you have to be open to that.
Actually kasi, like, it doesn't matter kung 30, 40, 50, as long as you equip yourself with the proper skills, the right people, the right mentors, the right community. So ako, ginagawa ko, I make content on TikTok, YouTube, in order to improve myself every day. Get used to the camera. Kasi before, I was so scared of the camera. Napapraning ako. Parang I don't know what to say. Everything shuts off before. But now, dahil yun nga, sinasanay ko sarili ko na may camera lagi sa mukha ko, talking to people who are way above me in terms of status. Ganun ko na-convince sarili ko na this is for me.
There's never an age limit to, you know, becoming who you want to be. May that be a recruiter, may that be an actor, you know, like it's never too late for any changes.
Aralin nyo, ano yung need nyo. May it be medicine or whatever, di ba?
You really have to believe then in what you can do and you believe in yourself na kaya mo yan, whatever happens.
I think it's a case-to-case basis talaga. Like some people, let's say, has more of the bandwidth to sort of do one thing and then a side hustle because let's say he or she is just living for himself.
Be realistic because you just can't change career path just because your heart tells you to change. You have to assess a lot of things, right? Because the bills will always come.
Let's say somebody else is depending on you. I think the financial side of it would be the priorities.
Kasi diba, I mentioned a while ago na any age you can change career paths. But in different age range, iba-iba na yung pinagdadaanan natin. So for 20s, do you have capital? Do you have the money to sustain that kind of living that you want? 30s, about your family, are you okay with it? In the end, it's more of you be realistic with what you want to do. And once you assess na okay, kaya ko na mag-change career path, only then you equip yourself with the right skills.
It will get better. You know, like you can have to take your time to really process letting go of one thing and then getting into another thing. But ultimately, at least for me, once I have fully accepted really and just enjoyed what's in front of me and not really looked back so much at the past, it became so much easier for me to accept.
One last piece of advice, it would be to have faith in yourself. whatever it is that's gonna come your way, you'll be okay. You really just have to believe that, and you will be. You can fail, you can succeed, but at the end of the day, you'll be okay.